Good morning and welcome to everyone, both in the auditorium as well as on Zoom, for this very important meeting. I thank Roseanne, Tim, and our Genomics team for not only organizing this symposium, but also the collaborative research work they are doing internationally. This is extremely important. I'm really proud of our genomics team, and I'm happy, they're also part of our Department of Psychiatry. And, they are doing a number of great working with other departments, even within the institution, like neurosurgery and cardiology and metabolism. So they have a big footprint on our campus. As you heard, I'm also the president of the American Psychiatric Association. This is the world's largest psychiatric organization with 39,000 members, and we have a lot of international members. So we really think of it as a global organization, so which is quite pertinent to our collaborative approaches that we are discussing. No disclosures. I just want to kind of bring home some aspect of what we are talking about. Psychotic disorders, as we know, the genetic component is very important, but at the same time, that's not the only story. There is gene environment interactions, which manifests itself by epigenetics and also in other manners, by biological processes and psychological processes. So I like this study because this illustrates it. This was done in The Hague in the Netherlands, and it basically looked into incidence of psychotic disorders in the immigrant population compared with the native Dutch. And they found that, in many communities, people of the same ethnicity and culture, they tend to cluster together in some neighborhoods, and then there are other neighborhoods where there are not that many. So here, the predominant immigrant groups were from Morocco, Suriname, and Turkey. And so they looked into the incidence of psychotic disorders in people who lived in high ethnic density neighborhoods. Basically, there were more people like them, more Moroccans or Surinamese or Turkish in the neighborhoods, and compared it to the incidence in people who lived in other neighborhoods which were predominantly white. There were not that many people like them. And they found that in people living in low ethnic density neighborhoods, their odds of psychotic episodes were much higher than, obviously the native population, but also much higher than people living in high ethnic density neighborhoods. And that's not the only story. It's not simply all immigrants are the same. We all know there are differences among immigrants, and one of them has to do with discrimination for various reasons. Some ethnic groups get discriminated against more than others, and they found, that the incidence of psychosis correlated with this discrimination. Obviously, this is correlational, so in terms of pathophysiology, one can only speculate. But Moroccans, who faced the highest discrimination, Moroccan immigrants, they had the highest risk of developing psychosis in low-density neighborhoods compared to Surinamese and Turks. And what's interesting also is we do know that this possibly causes epigenetic changes because the risk gets transferred on to the children of these people. So that's a fascinating thing. So I think, that is a good segue to talking about why global collaboration is important. There is obviously genetic differences among different groups, but also the environment and interplay and epigenetics are quite important. So with that, I thank you all. Again, I look forward to a very productive symposium and collaboration. Thank you.